All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Muscle Discord Daily Reactions. We're back here on my personal YouTube channel. Thank you guys for joining me here. Please remember to hit that subscribe button. I know this is my personal channel for now until I get my Muscle Discord channel access back. Update on that, guys. So I did hear back from YouTube yesterday. They're working on it still. Their support team's working on it. It does take time sometimes. I've actually looked at some other channels that were hacked and they documented the process of getting their channels back. And yeah, it's the same process I went through. I had to fill out a form. I had to give them my information. The YouTube kind of goes back and forth to you saying, we're working on it. You know, just be patient and you'll get it back. So it's been about 4 or 5 days, not too long, but fortunately my channel is still there. Most of the time the channel gets hacked. They do some crypto scam on it. They delete videos. They mess it all up. None of that's happening to my channel. It's just sitting there fine and still working and generating revenue. And I got paid the other day, so they didn't change the bank details. So I'm happy it's still there. And, you know, move forward and learn from this. And luckily, I get to continue to talk to you guys here on my personal channel and build it up at the same time. We've gained almost 200 subscribers in the last few days. So thank you guys for that. Or to hit that sub button and comment and like the video as well. All right, so let's jump into the first update. Blessing. Now he's doing the Arnold UK. He's skipping the Ohio and he's going to the UK. Smart move because, well, I don't know. There's still going to be, I'm sure Hadi's going to go there. Andrew's going to go there. Martin's going to go there. So it's going to be the same. Nick doesn't fly. Okay, so Nick Walker ain't going to the UK. Nick Walker ain't getting on a plane. I doubt he's even flying from Jersey to Columbus. He's probably driving because he does not like to fly. That's why I don't think Nick Walker would make a good Mr. Olympia champion, because he would not travel and see the fans. Nick Walker has never been to Germany for FIBO. He's never been to the UK for Body Power. He doesn't travel. It's not going to be a good Mr. Olympia. Not going to happen. So anyways, but let's talk about Blessing. His main issue is the legs. Okay. And some people have been messaging me being, well, his legs they're better here, man, aren't they? I'm like, not really. Maybe a slight improvement in the legs. I'd give him a little bit of a slight improvement in his quads. You know, the condition is good. His condition is pretty good, right? So at least he's coming in shape. The last time he competed, he was not in shape. He was very off and watery and bloated looking, sweaty and everything else. It was a terrible look for him. Seems like he's gotten his shit together and he's bringing in the conditioning. He's back working with George Farah. So his old coach who's helped him win pro shows in the past, teamed up with him again. So, I mean, Blessing looks good here. Can he do any damage at the UK show, at the Arnold? No. I would see him outside of the top 5, maybe 6th or 7th, you know, maybe if he's lucky, depending on who shows up there. He always looks great from the side, really, really tight obliques. But yeah, I wanted to give you guys a quick update on Blessing. He's a lot of hype, but doesn't really pull through. He's won a couple pro shows in the past and hasn't really recovered since then. And then he's gotten like 6th and 8th and stuff in some other shows and stuff like that. So overall, I don't like the ab shot here. This isn't really good on this side here. It's a little distended and the obliques are kind of sticking out. The vacuum pose looks good on him, so he should just hit that one. But you're going to do an ab and thigh pose, you better hit the pose. So that's an update on Blessing. Legs are okay, still undersized, and when he drops that water, I expect him to look even smaller once he depletes himself even more. This is like 3 weeks out, so he's got a ways to go still. Next update, we're going to go into Rafael Brandao. We got him here 9 days out. He just finished a chest workout, so keep that in mind. That's why he's pumped and full in the upper body here. You know, let's pause. How does he look? You know, Rafael is kind of a misleading physique.
Every rep starts with fuel. Helix cream of rice, clean carbs, zero sugar, fast digesting energy that hits quick, fuels hard, and never sits heavy. 27 grams of pure carb power, nothing but rice and real flavor. Proudly made in Canada, built for champions. Grab yours now with code MUSCLEDISCORD. Helix Foods. Fuel the work, own the stage.
Because he's got such beautiful symmetry. Look at the shoulders, and then the waist is tight and the quads flare out. That's really good. Beautiful lines, right? You know, and his chest is pumped here, so you're not going to see as many cuts because the blood's in there. He does look like he's tightened up. He's 9 days out, so you better start tightening up. I was saying that he was off. I still think he's off, but because he's got such good shape and lines, he looks good. You can't say he looks bad here, but the thickness of the skin is what I look at when I see him posing. And the only thing that really looks potentially, like, look at the quads. Yes, he has deep lines in them, but closer to the hip, it starts to fade away and gets thicker skin up here. So he still has some body fat to lose. As a guy that's been doing this 25 years, I look at those little things to see, okay, how in shape are you, right? And yes, if you drop some water, sure, that's going to pull in tighter, and you're going to be able to see some more lines going up to the hip. But it's a little smooth here in the inner quads too still. So I see those things. The shoulders aren't super striated like Hadi Choopan, or, you know, it's just not there. The chest isn't as shredded as, say, Andrew Jack's chest, striated, right? So, you know, he's got some work to do. Can he pull it off and come in the top 5? Yes, because he's got such beautiful lines and shape like this. It's pretty good. But then it's going to be like, well, what is he like from the back? Obviously, you see he's not showing the back. He has shown the back already, but it wasn't a good look. So maybe he's avoiding that for now. But overall, I like his shape. Can he beat a Nick Walker? I don't think so. If he was tighter now and more impressive looking from a conditioning standpoint, I'd be like, yeah, you can beat. He's got way better structure than Nick. Tight waist, right? Good, way better symmetry than Nick Walker. You know, fresh, clean looking physique. Great for the Arnold stage. Arnold loves that, right? And he's from Brazil. He's got a huge fan base. The Brazilians are all rooting for him. Any update Brandao posted, like all the Brazilian Instagram pages are posting, and there's like 6,000 comments on it. And he's the Brazilian golden boy, right? Everybody who's going to be rooting for him to win. Tarek probably political judgment going on there too if he's judging the show, right? Tarek and Tamer or whatever. So they're going to be pushing for this guy to get up there in the placings maybe. But overall, I don't know if he's going to be in the top 5. Guys, leave a comment below. Where do you think Brandao is going to place? Will it be in the top 5? Maybe 6th? Can he beat Martin and Nick? Probably not. Can he beat Brandon Curry, who we're going to mention here in a second? We'll see. I don't know if he can beat Brandon Curry. So let's take a look. Speaking of Brandon Curry, who made an update today, and I got to make I did in the comments here, I said correction, 15 days out. He's 15 days out because later on in the day, he posted a video and said, no, I'm 15 days out here. But hey, it's Brandon. He's giving us something. This is his first real update, the whole entire prep that we're seeing from Brandon Curry. And, you know, he looks good. He looks pretty dry. This is 15 days out, 2 weeks out. And he looks good. He looks full and round. The cuts and the striations are in the shoulders. As I said, he looks dry here. He's going to show the abs here in a second. You know, so, you know, he's in shape. He's in shape. Is he going to be the biggest guy on stage? No. But he's gonna bring the pretty lines. He's gonna have somewhat similar pretty lines like Brandao has. So I think the judges are going to compare those two really well with each other. I had Brandon beating Nick Walker at the Olympia. That's how good Brandon looked at the Olympia. So if Brandon Curry can bring that same type of look that he brought to the Olympia, and he gets a fair judgment from the judges this time and not a political one, giving Nick Walker the win over Brandon Curry because he's more popular than Brandon Curry right now, then technically he should beat Nick Walker, right? You know, I had him beating Nick Walker. Sean Ray had him beating Nick Walker. I think even Bob DiCarillo had Brandon beating Nick Walker at the Olympia. So hopefully this is some revenge, some more vindication for Brandon Curry to come in here and beat Nick Walker. That would be a huge story if he could do it. So you can't count out Brandon Curry. Also here, let's listen in on a video that he just posted as well. This is him training in that same video.
But we're trying.
Let me just play that for you guys in a second here. So here you have Brandon training. Okay, let me just play that.
To capitalize on conditioning, bringing it a little sharper. But I'm similar. I'm not too far away. We just right now we're working on bringing back in some fullness because you know this is about 2 weeks out. But as of now, conditioning is fully in. We just got to make sure everything's full. With this angle here, you see it from the back. You can see that lat engage. You can see that.
So you see Brandon here is 2 weeks out. Okay. The video that was posted today is 9 days out from the time the video was posted, but this is actually older. A little, maybe he's trolling people a little bit here. But I mean, you know, Brandon looks good. He's conditioned. You know, he's a veteran. He knows how to do this. He's been there, done that. He knows how to pose. So, you know, he knows how to make the illusion of his physique against the others like Martin and Nick, who Nick is not a good poser at all. So, you know, we're going to see. You know, we're going to see where the OG Brandon Curry lands in this lineup. Leave a comment below. Where do you guys think Brandon's going to place? Is he going to be in the top 5? Can he beat Martin Fitzwater? Can he beat Nick Walker? Will he take out Brandon or Brandao? Hadi, Choopan and Andrew, I think they're just on another level right now. And I don't think those two guys are going to be touched unless one of them comes way off. Then any one of these guys can jump ahead of them. So good on Brandon Curry. I did message Brandon Curry and I said, hey, brother, you got to post something. Give us media outlets something to talk about. Man, we don't ignore you, but if we don't have anything to see of you, then we can't discuss you and hype you up for the show. So I'm hyping up Brandon Curry, man. He's been on my show. He's been on the podcast before. Great guy. And I'm rooting for Brandon. He's one of the last remaining kind of OGs still competing. You know, Dexter was one of them that was there. Now he's gone. You know, William Bonac still doing it. He's coming back, but, you know, soon he's going to be gone. So it's good to see Brandon still doing it. He's not that old, right? I think he's 38, 39. So he's still got like 2, 3, 4 years if he really wants to do this and his body holds up. And the way Brandon trains, you know, very technical. You know, he's hitting all these different movements and stuff. Like it's like this one here. Look at this. You don't see anyone else doing these type of movements. You'd be like, well, what is this? What type of training? This ain't gonna do nothing. It's working for Brandon, right? And the work is done. He's not trying to build muscle right now. He's just refining, engaging the muscles, contracting the muscles, right? Flexing, building that density, the condition into the muscle right now. So yeah, I appreciate him showing us these little tips and tricks. He's very good at this stuff. People will make fun of him. Ivan Bodybuilding makes fun of Brandon Curry. He laughs at Brandon Curry. You know, I don't think that's cool. I mean, Brandon Curry is the champ, man. Don't make fun of him because of his training techniques and stuff. You know, let him do what he's got to do. You know. So, anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up there. Thanks again for joining me here at Matt Sinkrang. I'm so used to saying Muscle Discord, but it's Matt Sinkrang, my personal channel. And we'll be back until we are back on Muscle Discord, which we will. I'll be here in the time being. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for joining. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Hey, guys. Matt Sinkering here, host of the Muscle Discord podcast. And I want to do a quick plug of my coaching business. I do online coaching as well through my exclusive fitness app where you have guided workouts to follow, meal plans to follow, all the macros are laid out for you, the cooking instructions. You do weekly check-ins with me, upload your photos, your measurements, and I make adjustments as needed every week for you. So use promo code Muscle Discord when you sign up and you'll save 20% off your monthly coaching fee. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.